Expert analysis of this weekend's WBO World Title Heavyweight fight between the champion Fabio Wardley and the challenger Daniel Dubois. Written and analyzed by Barium Boxing, narrated and edited by Johnny Says Boxing. This isn't a chess match. This is two detonators wired to the same circuit. Daniel Dubois, aka Dynamite, that nickname, that's not hype. That's a warning label. Because when he throws that jab, it's not a feeler. It's a battering ram. That right hand, it's not a punch. It's like flipping a breaker in a dark room. Everything's on, everything's alive, and then click. Silence. Lights out. No warning, no build-up. Just a sudden shift where the whole situation changes in an instant. You're in control 1 second, and the next, you're trying to figure out what just happened. Having sparred both men, Johnny Fisher recently described Dubois' power as epic. Dave Allen said that when he sparred an 18-year-old Dubois, that Daniel almost snapped his neck. And there's more to this man than just brute strength. Daniel is also the more polished fighter. Better mechanics, heavier jab, cleaner fundamentals. Since the first Usyk loss, Dubois rebuilt himself with stoppage wins over Jarrell Miller, Filip Hrgović, and anthonyjoshua. But Fabio Wardley is not Usyk. Wardley is not a surgeon. He's more like a man who learned boxing in a burning house and somehow figured out how to survive the flames. No nickname needed, but if he had one, it might as well be last man standing. Because this guy doesn't care how the storm looks, he's walking through it. He's been outboxed, he's been buzzed, he's been in bad spots. He can look technically wrong for long stretches. And every time, he finds that right hand like it's hidden in his back pocket waiting for the right moment. The kind of punch that doesn't just land, it changes the atmosphere. You saw what it did to Fraser Clark. That's what makes this dangerous for Dubois. Wardley's awkwardness is not beautiful, but it's useful. He throws from odd places, he doesn't always give you textbook reads, and both men are vulnerable to the other man's best punch, the right hand. Dubois can be hit with it. Wardley can be hit with it. That means this fight has trapdoor energy from the opening bell. But the difference is this. Dubois has the better delivery system. So what does that mean? It means this ain't about if something lands. It's about who lands it first and who can take it. This reminds me of those fights where you don't need scorecards. You need insurance. Because eventually somebody's getting clipped, and when they do, the fight's gonna tilt fast. Now here's an X factor that might not get spoken about enough. Wardley's scar tissue. His nose is like thin glass. And Dubois is the kind of guy who hits you in ways that just don't hurt. It leaves more evidence than a scene out of an episode of the first 48. The kind of shots that don't fade when the bell rings. They stay with you. Swelling, blood, damage that tells a story before anyone even looks at the scorecards. You don't just feel his punches, you wear them. And early blood changes everything. Breathing changes. Vision changes. Confidence changes. If Daniel stays disciplined, works behind that power jab, doesn't just headhunt, goes to Wardley's body early, and doesn't rush his jab, then his chances of winning rise dramatically. Wardley's path to victory? Make it ugly, make Dubois think, drag him into a firefight, and test the mental pressure points Usyk found. This has shades of George Foreman against Ron Lyle.
A good right by Lyle. A good right by Lyle, and he's got Foreman in trouble.
Not identical stylistically, but spiritually similar. Two huge punchers, costly defensive flaws, danger in every exchange, and the feeling that the fight might not be won so much as survived.
Now Foreman was staggered. Foreman was staggered by a Lyle left. Foreman goes down.
Foreman uses fire in. Lyle's waiting just a little too long. They're both fighting.
That fight was named the Ring Magazine's Fight of the Year for 1976.
Come back with
Now it's
down.
Lyle down to the canvas.
This Saturday night in Manchester, England, when the fight comes to an end, will we hear the ring announcer say, And still or and new? Only time will tell.